Mike's coming up. All right. It is Wednesday, May 7th, 2025, 6 p.m. And I'm going to open our posted public hearing for this evening.
Can I bang your gavel or anything?
Oh.
Can I make it official?
Make it official. All right, a legal notice. A public hearing will be held by the Lakeville Board of Health at the Lakeville Police Station at 323 Bedford Street on May 7th, 2025 at 6 p.m. for proposed fee changes. The proposed fee changes may be obtained on the Town of Lakeville website or from the Office of the Board of Health located at 241 Main Street, Lakeville, Mass. during regular business hours. And this is signed by Derek Maxim, Chairman of the Board of Health, Christopher Spratt, and Robert Palucci, Board of Health members. And at this moment, I'll make a motion to open the hearing.
Second.
All right. So the procedure is, we're just gonna go through the,
I'll say all those in favor.
all those in favor, aye. I didn't think we had to vote on the hearing one.
Oh, you opened it. You
Yeah.
made a motion, so you had to vote on a motion.
Right.
You're out of practice.
So the procedure of the hearing is we read the motion, the legal notice, the motion. And, the summarization of the regulation is basically, we went through our fees. And we had a couple of different meetings, open public meetings for public discussion, meetings amongst the board with our agent. And, cause our agent had brought to us that some of our fees were lower than the surrounding towns and some costs had increased and, some different things had happened in town that it made sense for our for our fees to go up a little bit on certain things. And those three areas are, for perk tests. The current fee was $150 for 3 hours. Now he switched it to $150 for repair and $300 for a new system. Under tobacco, the current fees were $30 for inspection, and now they're gonna go to $75 inspection. And for camps, it was $10 for a camp permit. Now it's $150. And to further clarify that, when the $10 fee was implemented, we just had small local resident type camps going on. Now, during our summers, we have a lot of out of town and big camps that come in that are for-profit camps. So the time taken to do all the permitting is a much longer process. So we felt that the fee rising was justified. So that's a summary. Anyone have any comments or questions?
Just so everybody knows, there's no one here, so we're asking, but there's nobody here for this meeting.
All right.
I'll make a motion. We close the public hearing and then we vote on or do we vote first and then do we close them? We gotta vote first.
Yeah, vote first.
Make a motion, then we
and
close.
once it's,
No, we don't close yet.
Yeah.
This is backwards.
Make the motion, then we close.
Yeah.
So, and I've already summarized most of it, so you can just make the straight motion to adopt
Yep.
it.
I'll make a motion that we make the changes in the three fees as we stated. We're not removing anything at this time.
I'll second that. Any discussion? All's in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Make a motion that we close the public hearing.
Second? Any discussion? All's in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, at this time, I will call the regularly scheduled Lakeville Board of Health meeting to order for May 7th, 2025. And the first thing on our agenda is,
And nobody's here to record this except Kim.
this is true.
I got your back, right?
so you say Lake Cam is.
Yeah, so,
Yeah, I said except Kim.
yeah, Lake Cam is recording this. So first on the agenda would be St. Joseph's and St. Rita Corp. doing business as Fat Cousins. 166 County Street, change of ownership for an existing establishment. So it's food establishment license and a milk and cream license. I'll turn it over to Ed.
Yeah, so, you guys all know where Fat Cousins is. It's an established restaurant. They're changing ownership, but their name stays the same. I think most of the employees are gonna stay the same. It's just the ownership transfer. And they've done all the paperwork and we'll inspect them pretty soon, yeah. But no big changes on that, just.
Okay, there's nobody here to ask questions of, so at that time then I will make a motion that we approve the ownership from to St. Joseph and St. Rita's Corp. of Fat Cousins, the new owners. Is that the first one?
Yeah.
Or are we issuing a whole new license?
Yeah, it's a new license to St. Joseph and St. Rita
All
Corporation.
right, I'll start over. I'll make a motion that we approve a food establishment license for St. Joseph and St. Rita's Corp. Doing business as Fat Cousins.
Okay, and then milk and cream too.
Second. Any discussion? All's in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I'll make a motion, we approve a milk and cream license for St. Joseph and St. Rita's Corp. Doing business as Fat Cousins.
Second. Any discussion? All's in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, next on the agenda is Adobo Public Republic LLC, new mobile food.
Yeah, so they're a food truck. They don't have an established place. Their first place will be Elliott Farms. They're gonna be there on, May 15th. We're gonna expect them prior to that, and then they're gonna start serving food. So they've already done everything else. This is a year-round permit, so they will be able to come back to Elliott Farms or go other places if, providing that property owner gives them permission. So they may be out and around, but, right now they don't have an established one, but they may have selected dates at Elliott Farms, so you would check with them to see when they're gonna do it in the future.
And all that paperwork's in line.
All the paperwork's in line, and like I said, gonna do the inspection just prior to they're gonna go out there, we're gonna do the inspection, and then they'll start serving food.
Okay.
You good?
Yep.
I'll make a motion that we approve a new mobile food permit pending Ed's inspection for Adobo Republic LLC.
Second. Any discussion? All's in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, next on the agenda, approval of betterment loan for 8 Laurel Street in the amount of $39,165.20.
So yeah, you guys approved this, probably about a month ago. I was on our agenda. The person applied for, the betterment. They got the estimates and everything, and it's all ready to go. They're looking to start pretty quickly, so, they're just waiting for this approval so they can get it done. It was a failure and like I said, it's okay right now. I think they just pumped it, but like I said, it does need to be done pretty quickly. Yeah.
So you're saying we already voted for this? Or we just
You
voted
approved
now
it.
then to release the money?
Yeah, sorry, you approved the plan.
Okay.
You did not approve the betterment.
Oh, okay.
This is the betterment, yeah.
Got any problem with it?
No, I'm good.
I'm gonna make a motion that we approve the betterment loan for 8 Laurel Street in the amount of $39,165.20.
Second that. Any discussion? All's in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And I always like to point out when we do those, this doesn't cost the town a penny. And we encourage anybody with a failed septic system who can't afford to replace it to come in and, meet with the Board of Health and they'll be happy to help you.
All right. Next on the agenda is review and approve meeting minutes for February 5th, 2025.
I'd like to make a motion, we continue this to the next meeting because Derek was here and he's not here tonight in case he had any questions.
Second that. Any discussion? All's in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Next, the agenda, discuss any recent Board of Health agent pending items. Ed?
The big one is mosquito season is starting, they're out, not in big things, and there's not really a risk of triple E right now, but like I said, later in the year, so just, any standing water, just try to get rid of it. We do, the Board of Health does have, what they call drops. It's a, larvicide that you put in there. They don't harm anything but the mosquito larvicide, the mosquito larva. It won't harm anything else. It won't harm the fish or anything else like that. So if you do have those, let us know. like I said, the idea is to keep the numbers down now, and then later in the summer, when, you know, the Triple E and the West Nile virus is at much risk, there'll be fewer mosquitoes, thus fewer sightings, you know, fewer cases. That's it.
All right. You got anything, Bob?
I'm good.
I do not have anything either.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second. All's in favor?
Aye.
Aye.